Before I proceed with this video, I understand it might be a little bit too long for some of you, so if you could just scroll down and take a look at the description right now, you will see how I provided chapters. So for example, you probably only care about all the collection continuations, or maybe only care about all the weapons and tools. If you truly wish to skip ahead, just look at the description, it's all provided there. And with that, good day, Rust Skin enjoyers. I hope you're doing alright, because it's time for Rust Workshop skin checks. We have over 100 skins to yap about today, so we should just jump straight in, get to it. So before I proceed, if you want to get the link to the collection, that is the Rust Workshop skin checks for March 25, 2025, that will be in the very top of the description. You can click that and go through these skins in your own time if you so wish, but if you want to listen to the docent tones of Hedge as he yaps away talking about pixels, well, sit back and relax. We got some deplorables to talk about, and here we have the representative of the many skins we'll be yapping about today. This is the Beehive Locker produced by Frog. It's got honey, oh yes, lovely and delicious. So this is obviously in reference to the most recent content we've had to the game, of course, of all the bees and whatnot with the cooking update. Very nice, very cool. So if you happen to like that, I'll always indicate, why not offer your support? Why not consider voting yes or no? The choice is up to you. Now, if you really happen to like a skin, you could go to the comment section. You could offer some nice kind words. And let me tell you, some nice kind words do go a long way. Keeps those skin creators nice and motivated to keep working out nice creative designs in the future. But if you don't happen to like a skin, but you know exactly why, well, if you go off some constructive feedback, be nice, concise, and straight to the point, try and help them out. And if that skin isn't accepted, maybe they'll look at your feedback, incorporate it into a brand new version, and hey, maybe that new version gets accepted in the future. You help them out. Right then, so at the end of the day, do you happen to like the skin? Consider showing your support. Best of luck to you, Mr. Frog. But you do have competition, because we have the very first collection continuation for the video. This right here is the Ultramarine Locker. So yes, we have returned to deplorables. Mr. Jeeba has been quite successful recently with the clothing and the armour. He's basically got everything except the jacket. So, alright, fair enough, pretty cool. So with the recent locker skin we had accepted with the current Rust store, that being the beauty industry, they're probably thinking, you know what, I could try and get mine, I could get my own one accepted potentially. And hey, if you like the design, if you like that ever so nice calm looking blue aesthetic, then perhaps you might want to consider showing your support. Now, over to here, let's just quickly talk about the Ultramarine collection. Oh, right there, got a backpack. So yeah, it's been pretty successful, I guess you could say. Yeah, quite a lot of acceptances, quite a lot of skins in the positive, even though right now, as of like the end of March, which is supposed to be one of the worst times for Rust skins in terms of price, all of that's basically in the green. So I'm just saying, what do you reckon that's going to look like in the summertime? But more specifically, if we were to see a locker skin being accepted, do you reckon it'll have that much of an impact on all those skins? I don't think the boots, the gloves, the hoodie, the pants, the armour, I don't think that's going to change that much. But I do think the deplorables would appreciate it. But they're already kind of like up in price. You could probably jump onto the garage door if you so wish. But there's like a lot of these in circulation. There's a reason why this is the cheapest one. But again, there's not that much there. And if you look at the sales history in the past, look at the prices it used to be, well, it has been higher. Look at that. So I'll be honest with you, by default, this garage door might be an interesting thing to consider jumping onto regardless. Right, well, a locker probably could give it a nice little boost, but I'm pretty sure a lot of people are already fully well aware of the Ultramarine collection. It'd be a nice addition, but will it actually happen? Well, it's in your hands. Consider showing your support. Best of luck to Mr. Jeeba. Right then, so moving on, what else do we see? A fridge, a neon meaty fridge. Neon in terms of description, it's not made by ducks, if you're wondering. Mr. Algorithm has produced this meat fridge. I keep saying meaty, I don't know why. It's made out of meat. No, it's for meat. Shut up, Hedge. Anyway, it's bright, it's pink, it's very noticeable at night time. And if that's something you're looking forward to, then hey, maybe that might be the skin for you. Consider showing your support. Best of luck to you, Mr. Algorithm. Right then, moving on. Here we have a rug skin to showcase. This is actually a newer version of, well, RR3 is the man behind the Popstar collection. And if I can recall, he actually intended this to be a large box, which was originally supposed to be Popstar large box, but he got rid of the anime girl, just made it a TV set, and now we have a rug. So, okay, fair enough. What it is, it's bright, it's noticeable, and I'm sure a lot of people would appreciate it. So, best of luck to you, Mr. RR3. Now over to here, we've got two collection continuations to talk about for a sleeping bag. So first up, here we have the Ice Eye Sleeping Cold. You just call it bag. I like to sleep nice. It helps my back. By the time it's the morning, I'm on the floor. Anyway, let's talk about the Ice Eye collection, because we did have a SAR quite recently, But when I saw it, I was like, I don't really expect that much. And why did I say that? Because there you go, that's the Ice High collection. There's nothing wrong with it, it's just not in demand. So, okay, would a brand new sleeping bag potentially change all of that? No. When I saw the garage door being accepted, I hardly saw the sheet metal door change. So a brand new deployable isn't going to really make that much of an impact on all the skins, let alone the deployables. So, yeah, it's a bit awkward. But hey, do you like it? Do you think that glow in the dark stands out very nicely and you'd like to see it being accepted into the game? Well, go ahead, show your support. Best of luck to Zinc and Gunya. We'll see what happens. But in terms of an investment, I don't... No, sorry. Now over to here, what a wonderful day for pie. So of course we've got a bit of a contrast here. We had the ice sleeping bag, now we've got a lovely warm pie. And the collections are definitely a contrast as well. So if I could quickly go back over to the pie deplorables, we of course first had the small box, then we had the furnace quite recently. When that was accepted, that went up into the positive. And yes, before that appeared, that was in the negative. So for both of these skins, and if I could just quickly look and see how many of them are on the Steam market, can confirm there's only 14 of those on the Steam market. I can confirm there's just 69 of these. That's, well, considerably more, but when you actually look at like the layout of the sales, there ain't that much there. There's no big fat walls, and that could probably climb back again to a nice high price again if we were to see the sleeping bag being accepted. I can see there being a strong possibility of it if it were to be accepted. Does that happen to glow in the dark? It does not appear to do so. And if I could just double check, do you happen to have a glow in the dark version? No. Okay, that's a little bit awkward, but hey, it is what it is. Do you think it looks nice, comfy to sleep in? Consider showing your support to Mr. Himmick and Mr. Wagan. But yeah, I do expect some nice potential gains for these if we do see at least another deplorable skin being accepted, because don't forget we also saw a large box being submitted last week. So okay, things are looking pretty interesting. Let's now move on and talk about furnaces. So over to here we have the cooking furnace in reference to the the little workstations we have here for producing our lovely pies. We have a nice little furnace that resembles it. So Segius, that's a cute little design. Let's see if that potentially gets accepted. But we do have competition, because over here, Spectrum Furnace is super bright and noticeable. Look at that, it's so bright. Yeah, at night time, super noticeable, as you can clearly see. So hey, if you like all this rainbow coloration, consider showing support to this. But of course, there is competition. Pretty scary looking competition. The Fallen is here with a furnace. How many people did it take to make that one? Well, if you count all the skulls, it probably looked like a big group effort there. But anyway, yeah, you can clearly see it's a cool looking skin. Is that for Halloween? No. But yeah, last week we saw the large box, looked very cool. Now we have a furnace, and I won't be surprised if we see a few more, and then eventually we'll see the tier 3. So Robstar, it's nice to see that you're pacing yourself, and that is a very cool looking design. So let's now talk about the Fallen collection, because that is only clothing and armour, isn't it? So as we can see, this is currently okay. That is kind of down in price at the moment. It's down by a few pennies. Shut up. The tier 2 is still perfectly in the positive. The gloves are doing okay. The sword is actually doing quite alright. Would a furnace make that much of a difference? I don't really think so, but the more the merrier. We do hope to see the tier 3 eventually, but let's just say, if we're looking at the tier 3 armor right now, yeah, if that were to be accepted, that would cause a huge change, but not so much with a furnace. But hey, perhaps we might potentially start seeing a whole batch of these fallen deplorables, maybe. We shall see. Robstar, you're doing a very cool looking thing here, so keep up the good work. What would you like to see him do next? What could he do that would look really, really cool? I mean, he could do a locker. Everyone's starting to do one of those now, aren't they? Alright, we'll leave it at that. Best of luck to you, good sir. Alright then, moving on. Oh, okay, this is like a pseudo collection continuation of sorts. Do you remember Mr. 38 with his base build small boxes? You know how he had like the wooden one, the stone one, the sheet metal one? Well, he started trying to do other things. He started doing building skins, but now he's decided to do like the loot room on the oil rig, which, you know what? That's pretty clever. That's pretty cool. I can respect that. That looks nice. It's a cute little glow-in-the-dark design. I kind of wouldn't be surprised if that potentially gets accepted. But I don't think people are going to think, oh, wow, with that being accepted, I better go buy all those other small boxes. They didn't really work out very well, unfortunately. So, okay, pretty cool-looking design. Keep up the good work, Mr. 38. What would you like to see him produce next? Feel free to comment below. Alright then, so we have some large box skins to talk about now. Let's go hop on and talk about them. Whittled Bloom large wood box, produced by a very nice wooden carved design. Look at the lovely flowers, a very nice, perfectly fine grounded approach. Doesn't appear to glow in the dark, but doesn't need to. It's already nice and bright for my day. It's a sunflower, huzzah. Right, keep up the good work, Mr. Now over to here, this is toy diving storage, produced by Flate, Meeseeks and Okef. I'm looking at this and I'm under the impression, gun storage, diving storage. So here we are with this situation. We've got 2 active attempts for a storage collection. Now let me just remind you, the last actual proper storage collection was the graffiti collection. That ended back in what, like 2022, 2023? It was 2023, yeah. So that has been quite a while. And the reason why that ended, if I can recall, Facepunch actually stepped in and said no more. And ever since then, whilst many attempts have been made, including these 2, no brand new storage collection. Now, I don't blame skin creators chasing after the potential of it, because if they get it, they're going to get at least maybe about 15 large box skins being accepted. And people do appreciate them and people do buy them. So, lots of potential profit. But, no, we've had many cool, interesting attempts for it, and unfortunately, none of them have been accepted. So, I'm fully well aware, at least with Mr. Vase, that's it. If we don't see a skin being accepted out of this batch, he's not continuing it, because he can kind of understand what's going on. They don't want it. He's got a minimum viable batch of them here, so Facepunch can clearly see where he's going with it, and if they're interested, hey, he'll continue it. Simple as. With these this batch, these group, hey, you got a couple now. You probably maybe at best want to make one more and then see what happens. And if it doesn't get accepted, you just got to move on. Otherwise, you're wasting your time. And I have seen people waste their time before, going all the way up to like 15 skins and nothing happened. So take it into consideration. Sorry to say. But for the viewers, you understand the situation. So we'll see what happens next. It's nice continuations there in terms of a proposed collection. But will they actually be accepted? And if they are, they would print money. But Facepunch doesn't seem to want that at the moment. Alright, anyway, moving on. Wooden doors. So over to here, we have the Adobe wooden door, produced by Freddy and Krueger. This appears to be a pseudo collection continuation of sorts. If you can remember, Freddy and Krueger have made skins in reference to the building, the builds. Like, so we've had the twig door, the wooden door, we've had the wooden door, the stone door, the sheet metal door. Basically, with this brand new gate that's going to be added to the game, the Adobe High Wall gate, they've made a door in reference to it, which is nice, which is cool, but I wouldn't really attach it as a collection of sorts. It's just something in reference to the brand new High Wall skins that are being added, which apparently are going to be independent from the building skin. Yeah, you might have to buy that separately. Yippee! Right, well, fair enough. Okay, so moving on from there, we also have the magical entrance wooden door, produced by Rosato. An interesting wooden design. Get a good look at that. It's very nice and homely. It's very comfy. Get a good look at that. Very nice, very cute. Doesn't appear to glow in the dark, so alright, it is what it is. But if you like what you see, consider showing support. Best of luck to you, Mr. Rosato. Moving on, here we have some sheet metal doors. Let's get a quick look at all of these. Lots and lots of doors, and some collection continuations. Alright then. I didn't grab the last one, sorry about that. Right, scientist door. It's a scientist. Fascinating. Produced by Mr. Voodoo. This does not appear to glow in the dark, so hey, at the end of the day, if you think it looks cute, if you think it looks goofy and you'd love to have it in your base, consider showing support. Best of luck to you, Mr. Voodoo. Now over to here, we have competition. Red Crystal Sheet Metal Door, produced by Zihan and GBG. That is a strange yet cool looking design. As you can see, it does glow in the dark. Those crystals look a little bit scary. Yes, well, best of luck to you too. Now, over to here, more competition, produced by Alloy and Mr. Hook. We have the Rust Reactor Sheet Metal Door. Get a good look at that. Pretty cool, looking nice. Yes. Right, so, if you like it, you know exactly what to do. Best of luck to you too. Now, over to here, do you like bees? Well, look at that. We got the bee door, version 2. So, yeah, Mr. Omnipresent has made another attempt with this. Now, this actually has transparency. You can actually see through those windows right there. That's pretty cool, and I do believe there's a second version here. What is different? Transparency and glow, only eyes glow, and this whole bit glows on the top. Okay, I see what you're doing there. So only the eyes, and now the top half. Fair enough. That I like that approach. That looks cool. But that amount of transparency, you probably won't be able to see it, see high enough, so that might be the case. But hey, it's looking pretty cool. It's looking pretty nice. Best of luck to Omnipresent. And now over to here, we have a collection continuation to talk about. So at the very beginning of 2025, we had a very cool looking garage door being accepted. That was, of course, the Mystic Tree garage door that you can see right there. Now, that sold at $3, and, well, it did 37,000 subscribers. It was the only skin that actually sold absurdly. And I thought all of these skins were going to sell absurdly, but no, that was the only one. So yes, even though it sold an absolutely absurd amount, it's still doing very, very, very good in terms of retaining its price, with it currently only down to $2.50. Now, if you go take a look at all the other garage doors that came out so far this year, you might notice that they've kind of gone a bit worse. Well, at least a few of them you can see, yep. So people like it, and people have been waiting and waiting and waiting for a collection continuation. Well, we have it right here. Yeah, here we are, sorry. So I've actually made a short video showcasing this, so go ahead and take a look at my YouTube, look and see. It glows very nicely. It's a very nice, shiny looking skin, and I can't help but assume a lot of people will appreciate that. But if that were to be accepted, what might happen to the garage door? Come on now, I think that's getting bought out, and I think it'll rise up in price ever so nice. And from then on, we can sit here and await potentially a brand new, full-fledged Mystic Tree collection. What would you like to see next? Sleeping bag, large box, sheet metal double door, garage door, but you get the idea. So that's looking cool, and yes, I think the garage door is looking pretty viable. So if you're interested, go hop on. Right then, so next up we also have another sheet metal door that's a collection continuation, Señor Tomato. Now I can confirm that this does not glow in the dark, and I do have another short video of this, but hey, it's still funny, it's still goofy, it's still cute. And if I can just inform you very quickly, the Señor Tomato Rock is currently the top selling skin in this Rust door. There's one issue though, that is not abnormal. So of course tomorrow we have the abnormal barders, but when we chase after doing all the abnormals tomorrow, we won't be doing that. We have to sit there and just kind of question, is that actually going to go up in price? Is it going to retain its value? Or are we going to see some other goofy looking rock skins? And let me tell you, if you skip ahead right now, you'll notice there's more goofy looking rock skins that are being submitted to the workshop. So it's a bit... We'll talk more about that tomorrow when we do the abnormal barders, because I think I am just going to stick with doing a barder, and it probably won't be too high. Just out of pure cautiousness. So, okay, you're looking cool, but you are the only other skin. Now, again, if you like it, show your support. Best of luck to you, Mr. Sepesh. You have a very goofy looking set potentially on the horizon. Right then, so moving on. It's time for some garage doors, and yes, we do have quite a lot of them. There's always loads of garage doors. You can't escape them. So I'm just grabbing this one, and this one, and this one, and this one, and that one, and this one, and that one. And I'll be here all night. Yes, indeed I am. Okay, come on now. Surely we're at the end now. Yes, we are. Okay, let's go. So, first up, we have the classic garage doors. Do you mean garage door? 1 on J, 34633? Oh, okay, whatever. But yeah, that doesn't appear to glow in the dark, but it does look quite nice and stylish. I think a lot of people would actually still like it. But let's actually go over to here and just observe that whilst this also doesn't glow in the dark, there's apparently some transparency in this version. So as I look and see, where's the transparency? Is all of this transparent? The netting part? Oh wow, I think it is. Yeah, so it's got like a netting part, and you can vaguely notice there that you can see inside of it. Oh my god, okay, and that might be a little bit too much. We'll see. But hey, if you like it, well, you can go ahead and show your support. Best of luck to you too, but I think you might be pushing your luck. That one would be the one that gets accepted if it were to be the case. That's my assumption. Right, over to here, Ape Lord Garage Door, produced by Sad Happy. I can't see that much, but hey, he looks very angry. Good stuff there, Mr. Sad Happy, but there is more competition. Over to here, we have the Elder Gaze, produced by Decap and Goreback. Get a good look at that. Oh, he's going to get you. So that stands out very nicely, and it glows very nicely as well. So yeah, a very cool looking garage door. Best of luck to both of you. But again, more competition, because there's tons of garage doors this week. Mr. Sill has produced the Absolute Authority garage door. A very strange, but yet, authoritative design. Nice and shiny too. Get a good look at that. The gold stands out very nicely. Cool. And then we also have a second version where you can actually see through the eyeballs. Well, what would be the eyeballs. So yeah, can you see that? See all the grass there? That's pretty, it's pretty useful. That is head height by the looks of it. So, okay, we'll see if that probably works out. If you like it, you know, of course, what to do. Right then, best of luck to you, Mr. Seal. But again, even more competition. Skull 48% garage door. I don't know what that means, but Kasim Tattoo and Shawmick, they seem to have a cool idea potentially on the horizon. Now, it's their second, yep, we have a second version with glow in the dark. Gear, good look at that. A very nice, cool looking design, but kind of strange to look at still. So, okay, if you don't like it, that's fine. But to all those that do, you know exactly what to do. So, best of luck to you too. Now, over to here, we have the bunker garage door produced by Duck. I mean, is it going to keep me nice and secure? I'm just asking. But that's looking pretty sweet. Yeah, very, very secure, I guess you could say. Well, best of luck to you, Mr. Duck. I also like the the glow in the dark there. Very discreet, not all over the place. So yeah, okay, nice grounded, more realistic design. Over to here, a very colourful, in-your-face type of design. Orangery roll door. Nice mosaic stained glass approach. Looking very nice, looking very cool. Best of luck to you, Odyssey. And then over to here, we have the Deadhead garage door produced by Nui. This does not, this does glow in the dark. Faintly. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Looks pretty cool. Faint glow, can't do any wrong. Best of luck to you. Now over to here, this doesn't glow, but I've seen this for myself. This is the standard normal version of the Frontier garage door, but Loser has gone ahead and made a separate version. Now this is supposed to be in reference to the brand new high wall skin that is the Frontier high wall, the wooden one. Yeah, you can see through that. It's basically built like the wooden high wall, the Frontier high wooden wall skin. So, cool. Something made a reference to upcoming content. That's pretty smart. Let's see if that potentially works out. But just to confirm to you, it doesn't glow in the dark. You got enough transparency there to enjoy it, so shut up. Best of luck to you, Loser. Right, over to here. Oh no, here we go. Hamster has returned. Hamster Garage Door version 2. He's got a big peanut and he's looking pretty shocked. Have you spooked him? Yeah, it looks like you might have spooked him. Now, this does not appear to glow in the dark. It is what it is, but let's just quickly remind you of the Hamster collection, which consists of Hamster. Oh, good typing, Hedge. Well done. Hamster collection consists of just the Hamster Rock. But it could become a collection, I'm just saying. Now, ever since this came out, it did sell quite an absurd amount. But he's so fat, chunky and silly and everybody loves him that the price has held up ever so nicely. So, okay, cool. That's not too bad. If we were to see a garage door being accepted, would that potentially spike them on spike in price? Well, it probably won't be doing that for a while because you've got two people here listing 26 and 29. Other people. Well, thanks, mate. Cheers. Oh, I love having you around you. So cool. I don't think it'll be going up in price as long as those people have their listings up. But I could sit here and say, yes, I would assume there'll be a spike in demand. I can't assure you there'll be a spike in price. If they're smart, they'll probably remove those listings. But for what it is, looking very nice and cute. You also happen to have like all the seeds on the roll there, like you would have it in their cages. You know, when you put it on the side, they just nibble it all the time. That's looking pretty cool. So, Mr. Kecker, very cute design. I think there could be a nice, interesting future ahead of it. There you go, he's eating it. He's eating it. It's perfect. Cool, well done. I like that. Alright, anyway, Mech Overlord. Here we are. So, Mech Overlord, how are we doing? I think we only had the door. Is that correct? We only had the door, and we only had the door. Yeah, okay. That did not hold its value. That went down in price. I own 23 of them. Cool. So this is all that we have, and I can confirm to you many instances over the past like year or two, when a collection quite literally is just a sheet metal door, and a new skin is accepted, more specifically another deployable, I've seen so many instances where the sheet metal door just doesn't budge. Yeah, so by all means, I would love to see that potentially being accepted, and I think it would be nice to. Oh, I didn't mean to. I don't give awards out. I try and be fair to everyone. I remain neutral. Sorry about that. But I don't think they'll have that much of an impact on the sheep in the door. Yeah, I'm just being realistic with you. But Falk, we'll see. Regardless, best of luck. Looking very cool. And I'm sure you could produce even more for this. But let's see if that potentially works out. I believe that's a version 2. So, right, best of luck, best of luck. Now over to here, we have the Bird of Luck garage door. So let's go ahead and remind ourselves of the Bird of Luck collection, which only consists of weapons and tools, if I can remember. And it's just weapons. So yes, Sunart has tried to dabble into doing some deployables. Of course, we have 2 sheep doors now, and now a garage door. I don't think the deployables will have an impact on the weapons. I really don't. But independently, we could potentially see a nice brand new deployable collection being built up. That'd be sweet, that'd be cool. And I know Sunart can pull it off. They're putting out some very lovely looking designs. I made a short video of this when I first saw it. I think people would appreciate. It's just a matter of, would we actually get any more afterwards? It's up to face punch. Now, if you like it, you go show your support. I don't think that's going to have a big impact on the weapons, but we could have a very interesting, like I said, nice, interesting deployable collection to look forward to over the course of the summertime. Best of luck, Sunart. Moving on, we have some sheet metal doors double doors to take a look at. This is Kratorius's Nuclear Zone sheet metal double door. A very nice, strange, oozy looking thing. Oh, it sealed it all up. Okay, don't open that door, otherwise all that radioactive gunk will get you. Oh no. And over here we have a second version. Now what's different? That is red. That is not red. Okay, fair enough. A simple change like that is A-okay. So, alright, best of luck to you, Kratorius. Let's see if this sheet metal double door potentially gets accepted. But over to here, we have competition. Produced by Flashback, we have the Radiation Zone sheet metal double door. A very nice grounded approach. Pretty scary, I guess you could say. And it's got a big graffiti all on the side and whatnot. So yeah, looking pretty sweet, looking pretty cool. And best of luck to you, good sir. But over to here, we have a second version. I didn't think this was next. This is more red. Yeah, okay, looking pretty cool. Best of luck, best of luck. Now, this is what I meant to talk about. Here we have a collection continuation. This right here is the Heritage Sheet Metal Double Door. A very nice, cool looking design. It looks as if it's made out of wood, even though it's sheet metal double door. But anyway, that looks nice. But the issue with this is that the only skin that we have that's part of this Heritage collection is just a SAR. And unfortunately, that SAR isn't holding up very nicely at the moment. It has gone below $1. How unfortunate, but not too surprising. So when a new weapon skin isn't very in demand, it will go below $1. It will go below $1. So, okay. I don't think the sheet metal double door is going to have an impact on that, but maybe we'll get, we'll start seeing a lot more of this potentially in the future with more skins, more deployables. I know 9K has been trying. As you can see over here, we saw the sheet metal door the previous week. We've seen some Tier 3 armour, some other weapons. I think Face Punch only wanted the SAR as a random skin, so shrug. I'm sorry, Mr. 9K, but we'll see what becomes of it. It would be nice to see another sheet metal double door, and that looks perfectly fine for what it is. Okay, so out of all these deployables, which one was your favourite? Which one do you think has a genuine good chance of potentially being accepted in an upcoming Rust store? And with that, I am now going to move on and talk about the weapons and the tools. And let me tell you, I said it earlier, we got a lot of weird rock skins to take a look at. And I probably got a bit of a rant prepared. What's wrong, Hedge? So, over the past 3 months, we've been seeing quite a lot of cutesy-looking rock skins. You could go as far back as Christmas 2024, and we got the Polar Bear rock, and then a while after that, we got the Baby Hippo rock, and a while after that, Sloth rock, and of course, quite recently, we have now seen the Señor Tomato, which isn't an animal, but it's still silly, cutesy, and fun. This right here, that's fine. That's different, Dipsky. I'm not going to have a moan at you. That's not real and living, is it? It's an alien egg. Does it glow? It doesn't appear to. No mention of that. Looks like a bad omelette. Probably still eat it anyway. Best of luck to you, Mr. Debsky. That's fine. But we're starting like the weird animals. What is Rockbert Larry Stone, Mr. Anubis Dunk? I am confused. I am worried. Are those his lips? Okay, fair enough. Larry's a bit odd, but he certainly isn't a cute animal. He's an oddball. Right, so best of luck, Mr. Anubis Dunk. Now over to here, now we're starting to see some weird things. So we've got the Psycho Rock produced by Acheron. I think that's a reference to the Joker. It looks like it's a reference to the Joker. Why'd you give him a bum? And yes, it glows in the dark. Look at that. There's a second version here, and what is different? I think it's just got like more features on the body and whatnot. He still has a bum. Right, anyway. That isn't cute, but it certainly is something, so best of luck to Acheron. Now over to here. Animals again. Didn't we have a monkey rock last week? Well, no, this is a different monkey. Look at that smile. Okay, fair. I love that bit. Okay, anyway, so yeah, this is going to keep on happening. Listen, skin creators are noticing what's getting, what is successful, and they're following it. It's not too hard to comprehend, I'm sure, but if you're invested in any cutesy animal rock recently, you might want to make some considerations. We'll talk more about this when we approach chasing after the Señor Rock tomorrow with the abnormals, but yeah, I don't think they're that special anymore. And we're getting more and more and more. Now, Bed Vernon, for what it is, that's a perfectly fine looking monkey design. But I'm just going to sit here and say, I'm sick and tired of looking at animal rocks now. But there will be more. It ain't going to stop, and I understand. A nice potential acceptance, looking pretty cool. But I wouldn't be surprised if Face Punch probably turns around soon enough and just stops accepting them. Right, anyway, best of luck to you two. Now, over to here. Yippee! It's a panda rock. Okay, in all fairness, it does look very cute, but that's the problem. There's too many of them. I got to escape this. Look, Sky Noise, it's nice, it's cute. I can't look at the... I can't. No more. All right, get away. You go, there's another one. I knew, don't worry. But yeah, now our deal's also got a panda rock as well. Soon we're going to run out of animals, and I'll have relief. All right? So this is actually a version 2. We actually got the original version submitted quite some time back. But yeah, again, look, don't blame them. It's fine. But yeah, we'll see what happens, all right? It's up to Face Punch. Maybe they're probably sick of them and think, yeah, no more. We'll just stick with accepting tons of water purifiers from now on instead. Something like that. Best of luck. And ta-da! Yep, Tiger Rock. So, yeah, Firefly, Anetta. They're seeing if they can get this Tiger Rock potentially accepted. Now, listen. If this was close to when the jungle update was going to release, I'd think they're probably in a perfect spot. But with recent Rust stores that come out with the updates, we have noticed certain skins being picked out from like months ago, even years ago, that matched up with the theme of what was in the update. So them putting that out now, I'm going to be honest with you, I think they're probably, I think they're in a good spot regardless. Let's say if the jungle update came out 2 months later from now, I wouldn't be surprised if Face Punch probably picked that out. That's a very cool looking Tiger Rock. With all due respect, it looks nice. Best of luck to you too, but we'll see what happens, alright? It might not be instant, it might be a while, but just to kind of like prepare yourselves, or rather, just to, help yourselves out. If that isn't accepted, but then the update doesn't come out for another 2 months, just, version 2, easy stuff. Put it back into the eyes of Face Punch. I think that would be a perfect skin for that. So, best of luck, best of luck. Right, stop the rambling, let's keep going. I've just noticed another panda. First of all, here we have the Golden Clover Hammer. I think, so yeah, quite a few people trying to get some St. Patrick's Day skins accepted. We have never seen a St. Patrick's Day skin being accepted. Face Punch just doesn't care for it, so, alright, fair enough. But for what it is, yeah, it's golden, it's got a clover on it, it looks nice. Why not a 4-leaf clover? I don't want to have a lucky hammer. Alright, anyway, a Doinski, it's perfectly fine, it's just, yeah, I don't think they care for a St. Patrick's Day. Shrug. Yippee, another panda. No, we just saw 2 rock skins. I know. But, hey, it looks cute. The bamboo handle is a very nice touch. It looks nice and cute with his little face. Doesn't appear to glow in the dark. So Legacy, for what it is, it's A-okay, And we haven't had that many hammer skins being accepted over the past years. So maybe, just maybe, that might be the one. But you do have competition. It's the Baby Hippo hammer. So, yes, of course, earlier this year we had the Baby Hippo rock being accepted. Now, just to quickly confirm, this does not glow in the dark as well, much like the rock skin. But it's got that big, cute, fat face with the Baby Hippo on it, so, bonus points. Anyway, over to here. Let's go quickly to catch up with that Baby Hippo rock. Let's go see how that's currently doing. So, here's all the recent rock skins that we've seen being accepted. Oh, I completely forgot about the B rock. Point still remains. There's a lot of them. Anyway, Baby Hippo rock. You've gone down in price. Not ridiculously. You've basically gone down to $2, which was the point that I thought what would be its lowest. And, okay, if we see that hammer skin being accepted, could this bounce up? Could it probably become a nice profitable skin? I think it could. Now, just want to quickly bring this up to your attention. I've recently seen a Baby Hippo garage door. I've recently seen a Baby Hippo large box. They weren't accepted. Maybe the hammer gets accepted, and I do think that could give that a nice little boost. I don't know what happens from here now, but after my little rant with the rocks, I'm sure you understand that overall they're becoming less special, and that might potentially suffer regardless. So we'll see if Face Punch slows themselves down with rock skins for now. But yeah, that baby hippo rock might not even go up that much. Too many different options. But for what that is, if you think it's cute and you'd like to see a brand new hammer skin being accepted, by all means, consider showing your support. Best of luck to Yopka, Lancy, and Honey, and let's see what happens next. I like it. I think it looks cute. I don't know what you could do next. I don't know, maybe like a baby hippo chair or something. Would you be able to pull that off? Maybe. That's up to you. Baby hippo small box would probably work out nicely, because you could do it like its whole body. Because it's small and fat and wide and, easy. Consider giving that a good try. So, best of luck to you three. Right, moving on. Oh, here we go. Look. When it comes to rocks, I think we've got too many. When it comes to hammers, I'm curious. But when it comes to bone clubs, I'm in. Rubber Ducky Club. Now, do you know, there's one thing that I'm upset about. Okay. When Face Punch makes something, they can add extra stuff to it. Skin creators can't do that. They can only change the texture or add some transparency. I would absolutely love if this squeaked every time you bop someone. A lot of people want to buy it then. Now, just to kind of set the tone, when it comes to Bone Club skins, well, we've had skins in Rust for about 10 years now, but we only have 10 Bone Club skins. Yeah. Bit silly, isn't it? So we get one a year, and I've got to be honest with you, that probably is the one for 2025. Raf, I think you're in a very good spot. He looks cute, he looks goofy, his eyes are evil. It's perfect. I'm going to smack so many people around the head with that when it's accepted in a Rust store. So, hey, if you like it, you know exactly what to do. Best of luck to you, Raf, and keep up the good work. What's next? Rubber Ducky Longsword? Rubber Ducky Longsword. Right, now we've got some stone tools. Let's go ahead and take a look at this. So, Moonstone Tools, produced by Molly. Looking very nice. The detail on them looks very cute. Cute. I've said cute so much, that's all I can think about now. Oh, the moon's cute. I'm stupid. Don't worry, Molly. Anyway, best of luck to you, and let's see how that potentially works out. Now, for standard tools, we have a collection continuation right here. Deep Ruby Hatchet and Pickaxe. And when I first saw this, I thought, oh, really? Tools again? But no, I'm wrong. Out of all the tools of this year, we've only had one. And that was at the very beginning of this year. We've only had No Mercy tools. So let me just quickly show you this. And, as you can see, yep, just the one. So by this point, last year, we already had 3 sets. So you know what? I think it's actually some very good timing. I think Mr. Weiner is in a very good spot. And I think you might potentially see these being accepted in an upcoming Rust store. The crossbow has sold quite nicely. So, I mean, I can be honest with you. I think it's probably a good time for some tools. I think it probably could be working out. Now, just to go back over to here and look at these 2 skins over here. We have the AK. We have the crossbow. Crossbow has sold reasonably. The AK did 30,000 subscribers. So, yeah, that's struggling, and I'm not surprised. And even when this appeared, it hasn't really changed that much, unfortunately. But the more the merrier. If we keep seeing more and more, deep ruby skins being accepted, I think that AK could recover. Yeah, we've got a ways to go, but it's still thin, and that could easily go all the way back to $3 again. So, all right, fair enough. By all means, if you like the tools, if you think they look very nice, consider showing your support. Why not? Best of luck to you. But the AK, it's still a bit questionable, and of course the crossbow is still in the Rust store, so we'll have to talk about that tomorrow. Okay, cool, let's move on. Hyper Collection has a collection continuation here. We have the Hyper Bow, we have the standard gradient coloured design there that we saw in the SAR. Was that SAR? It was a SAR. Yeah, yes. And then we have some different versions. Delarai, I think you should just stick with the version that you made with the SAR, but we should also point out it's been a while now since that SAR skin, and I'm not sure what's happening, but I'm getting the indication that Face Punch probably doesn't care for the collection that much. Sorry to say, but yeah, after a while, Mr. Delarai, you have to take into consideration that maybe it's time to move on and do something else. Take a break from it, and if you get a new idea for it, then go back to it. So yeah, that didn't sell too ridiculously, but it's still gone down to basically $1, so a bit awkward. Well, it is what it is. Anyway, so I don't think the brand new weapon/tool would have an effect on the existing weapon/tool, because by default with weapon only collections they don't really work out very nicely. So yeah, it's already not in demand, it seems. So alright, then, fair enough. Moving on, we have another Oathkeeper skin potentially. So with the medieval, or rather the primitive update, we saw a bow skin being accepted, and of course that is the Oathkeeper bow. That is now selling for $1. Oh dear, what happened? Well, it's just not holding up, I guess. Also, someone's trying to sell a bunch of them, so that's not doing it any favours. So that could rise up, but do people want to buy it? Judging by what I see here, I don't think so. Yeah. We had high hopes for the primitive game mode, but doesn't really seem to have made that much of a difference, it seems, for bows, long swords, salvage swords, and of course crossbow skins. So, okay. Bilders might have improved, but prices are still not super great. So no, I don't think a crossbow is going to dramatically cause the bow skin to go up in price insanely, but it still looks very nice, still looks very cool. So if you'd like to see some more medieval themed skins, well, it's right there in front of you. Consider showing support to Mr. PYH. I'll be honest with you, Mr. PYH, I think it looks very, very nice. Keep trying for it in the future if it doesn't get accepted any more so. But yeah, I think it looks nice, and I think it deserves to be in the game. So best of luck to you, good sir. Speaking of what deserves to be in the game, this pun, Quincy, Michael, what have you done? So in the past we have seen some food-related yokers being accepted, and this one, the P-yoker, I respect it. I respect it. So yes, if only you could shoot gigantic peas at people, it'd be a lot more funny. Yeah, what are your thoughts? Feel free to comment below. If you could think of a vegetable or fruit or food-related yoker, what would you suggest? I'd love to hear it. And skin creators probably would as well. So best of luck to you too. Let's see how that works out. Moving on, we have some sap skins to take a look at, and one of them is a collection continuation. So over here we have the Warfare sap produced by Confusion and Edgy Foxel. It's got like a digital camo design to it. Looking pretty cool. Aim down a sight, please, good sir. And what do I see? A red aim sight. That looks pretty good. Yep, I'm sure a lot of people would appreciate that. So best of luck to you too. Let's see how that potentially works out in the future. But you do have competition, because over here we have the Tempering set produced by Pastaz. It's a cool looking, what do you call it? What do you call it? What's that style called? It's in Counter-Strike. I've completely forgotten the name for it. Heat? Tempered something? I'm an idiot. Hedge doesn't remember. Brain no work good, sorry to say. Also, there's no aim down the sight image. Mr. Pastaz, please consider doing that in the future. Oh, there you go. Thank you. Right. It was a bit hard to see. I was not expecting a 4-layered sort of approach here, but yeah, I can notice a useful red aim sight right there. Very nice, very cool. Sorry for not noticing it immediately. Best of luck to you, Mr. Pastaz. But over to here, collection continuation. So, Mr. Bear Trip, Mr. Hulk, they have made the factory new sap. Yes, that is a cool looking, brand new, interesting design. Was the aim down the sight? No, aim down, please, sir, please. I just want you to aim down once in one picture. So quite recently we did see that $4 AK being accepted. Yeah, how's that currently holding up right about now? Factory new. That is now selling for $2.85. Not too bad. It has gone down in price though. So yeah, this came out literally the week after we had that that $5 AK that I've already forgotten the name of as well. Elysium, that's it. Right. So yeah, not the best of times for expensive AK-47s, but more skins could help it out. But weapon only collection. Also, you might consider it to be like a black AK. The amount of black AKs we've had quite recently are, well, it's getting a bit silly now, and there's cheaper, much more affordable options, so it's not really doing that any favours, is it? So it's nice, it's just not, well, it doesn't seem to be retaining that $4 price, and a bit questionable there, so yeah. Black Ops AR, $1.50. Wow, I didn't even notice that. Anyway, that's sap. I've got to point this out to you, at least with sap skins. Semi-automatic pistol. Show it to me, please. They're doing alright at the moment. They're already doing the prices you'd normally see for a summer. So last year, all the sap skins basically look like that. So what's it going to look like by the time we have the actual summer this year for 2025? I can't help but assume we're going to have a pretty fun time. Infinity Love saps now in the positive. Chemical Burns just a little bit behind. Wasteland as well. Things are looking very, very, very good for saps. And it's probably just the fact that, well, we just don't have that many accepted. Cool. Well, there you go. Pretty interesting. Let's see if we could get another one potentially accepted. Best of luck to you two. But in terms of would that cause the AK to go up in price? I don't think so, no. So I'm just going to leave it at that. We have a Python, we have another Python, we have some submachine guns to take a look at, then we'll have a whole bunch of AKs to take a look at. Yes, indeed, we will. Yes, indeed. I'll save that for a little bit later. Purple Death Python, produced by Mr. Verona. That is a very cool looking purple design. I'm sure a lot of people would appreciate it. Get a good look at that. Aim down the sight, please, good sir. Thank you. And what do I see? It's a lightish sort of pink aim sight. Should be good for all environments. I'm sure people appreciate. Best of luck to you, Mr. Rona. Over to here, Black Ops CUstom SMG. Well, alright then, I'm not going to say no. So, yep, Holodno, Kolotinsky, they're making more and more. Now, I should ask, do you think this is actually a black weapon, or is it just basically a shiny metallic weapon? In the right type of lighting, it definitely goes a lot more darker. It's the shine. It tricks you. But it is black. It is black. So, I've had a couple of people ask me about that. For what it is, it's potentially another Black Ops weapon skin, and that collection is actually kind of holding up quite nicely. Now, not too long ago, we had that revolver. That was the last skin to be accepted. That's still retaining its price. But the other skins, well, just saw the AK there. It's at half its price, and the SAR's not too far behind. It's quite unfortunate to see, but as I said, we've been seeing quite a lot of black AKs as of recent. Could it have a nice turnaround as we go through the summer? With these listings, I am a bit worried. But why would you sell now, during March? Some people strange, very strange. So I would like to see it, the more the merrier, but I can't help but assume we're going to start seeing some other skins being produced by them, and I rub my hands in anticipation for that. What do you mean by that? Surely they're going to start doing some deployables and clothing armour eventually, right? We shall see, we shall see. But I know they can pull it off. I know they're fully capable, and I look forward to it. But that, I don't think is going to have a dramatic change to the already existing Black Ops skins. So, would be nice to see a custom SMG. Let's see if it potentially happens. Best of luck to you two. Now over to here, Anarchy MP5. That is a perfectly fine looking design produced by Mr. Fuff. Aim down the sight, please, good sir. There we go. Thank you very much. White aim sight should be good for all the desert area, perhaps. Maybe not for the snowy region, so okay, best of luck to you. But you do have competition, because over here we have the Fever Dreams at 99.9 Fahrenheit, produced by JKKDL and Mr. Manco. Get a good look at that colourful looking design, looking very nice, looking very fresh. And if we could get a nice little aim down the sight image, thank you. It's got a cute little face, ta-da! And that appears to be a orange aim sight. Okay, don't see that, don't really see that much often, do you? So alright, looking pretty cool, looking very nice. Best of luck to you too. But over to here, even more competition. It's their own competition. They made this as well. It is the ultimate version, the version 2. This is more green and yellow. Okay, looking pretty sweet, looking pretty cool. Best of luck to you two again. Now over to here, we have the Titanium MP5, produced by Say Chains. Looking very nice, metallic and shiny. Aimed on a sight. It's a metallic aim sight, so by default should be cool, should be useful. That looks nice, yes indeed, yes indeed. Right, so best of luck to Say Chains. Let's see if that potentially gets accepted. Now over to here, we have another MP5, the Nazarov MP5. I'm not sure if that's like some sort of eldritch thing, but I will sit here and say it looks bright, colourful, stands out very nicely. That's a cool little gift there, showcasing it as well. Whoop-bam! Produced by Kiyoshimiya and Hardy. Let's see if this potentially gets accepted. Aim down the sight. There we go, thank you very much. And what do I see? It's looking like a standard black or dark purple aim sight. That's fine, that's okay. Best of luck to you two. Let's see how that works out. And now over to here. This isn't a collection continuation, but it wouldn't surprise me if it becomes a collection. So basically, if you can recall, over the past 10 or so years, Mr. Milho Frito has been working very hard producing lots and 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 lots of Russians. Now, he has made the Tempered Collection. He has made the somewhat recent Chameleon Collection. And let me tell you, that is basically Chameleon, but pink, purple and yellow instead. And it looks very cool. I'll have a short video showcasing this. Go ahead and take a look at my YouTube now to go see for yourself. But I've looked at the AK, I've looked at the MP5. They stand out very nicely. And Chameleon Collection, it did do quite alright. Initially those weapon skins were doing very nicely, but as time went on it did go down a fair bit. How's it currently holding up? So we have a lot of weapons. We have quite a decent amount of... Oh, we've got all the clothing armour, basically. No jacket, though. And we never got the boots, which was obviously a little bit weird as well. But those weapons are actually doing pretty good. Some of them are actually still in the positive. So, like the SMG and the Python, they're down. Not surprising. But then you look at the AK. Oh, wow, you're actually down pretty bad. $3 and it's $1. Oh... Ooh. Thompson's only down by 20%, MP5's only down by 13%, SAR's only down by 23%. That's good for those skins, for those items and skins in general. That's actually very good. That AK though, but when these weapon skins first initially came out, they're actually like basically in the positive. People did like, people did appreciate. But right now it is suffering a bit, but quite a lot of skins are kind of down at the moment. Once we go through the summer, things could improve ever so nicely. So that was very successful and worked out very nicely. And of course the Temper Collection worked out very nicely as well. Case in point, I won't be surprised if what we saw with the Chameleon Collection potentially happens all over again with the, this proposed Spectrum Spectra collection. So yeah, Mr. Milho Frito puts out very lovely pieces of work, and I wouldn't be surprised if this potentially becomes something as well. Keep an eye out, but if it doesn't, alright, fair enough. Keep an eye on them regardless, because there might be plenty more on the horizon. Best of luck, best of luck, best of luck. Right, moving on. Here we have the Razor Blade Thompson, produced by Mr. Mono McMahon. A very cool looking design. Watch out when you hold it, it might hurt. So yeah, looking pretty nice and looking pretty cool. Nice metallic looking design. I think people appreciate. Looking very nice, good sir. Best of luck, best of luck. Now over to here, we have the Copter Thompson, and that right there is a collection continuation. Produced by Mr. Jessin. We currently have a sap skin in the Rust store, and we've already had a custom SMG in the past, so let's go ahead and take a look at that right now. So, where are you, Sap? He's all the way down over here. He has not sold that much. That might be a bit questionable, but also, if you just saw all those sap skins just a minute ago, which I talked about how they're currently in the positive and doing very nicely for themselves, they all sold more than that. That Copter sap might not appear to be showcasing a lot of interest at the moment, but as time goes on, if we really don't see that many more saps being accepted this year, that actually might work out very nicely. I don't expect many listings on the Steam market. I don't expect it probably go down too bad. That is actually looking to be a pretty interesting thing to chase after. Now, if we do see another collection continuation, would it have that much of a boost for that? Well, I'm going to be honest with you, I don't think it will make that much of a difference. I don't think people even realise, even SMM doesn't even realise, Copter SMG is actually part of the same collection. It's just got no space in between it. Oh dear. So anyway. SAP, you're looking interesting. Custom SMG, you're down to half your price already. I think the SAP's the one to look at, but still, by default, I wouldn't expect that to make that much of a difference. Very nice, grounded design still. It's just, I don't think it'll have that much of an impact. So, just giving you the heads up, just giving the warning. Regardless, best of luck to you, Jessin. You are making some lovely skins as of recent. He made the B-Rock. Yay! Oh no, not another Thompson collection continuation. CUstom. Right, no, quite literally though, if you go look at all the Thompsons as of recent, over the past like 3 weeks, we have seen a lot of interesting designs. So you've got Commando, you got Copter, scroll, Popstar, Factory New, Black Ops, scroll, Hyper, scroll, Deep Ruby. I mean, I'm just saying Heritage, Reflector. There's so many. Someone's surely going to get accepted, right? Anyway, Commando Thompson. Looking nice, looking cool. All right, keep up the good work there, Mr. CUstom. Let's quickly bring up the Commando collection again. So recently we saw the MP5 being accepted, sold nicely. How's it currently holding up? Let's go ahead and find out. It's currently up by 20%. Why is that doing so good? Well, if you can remember, this is like the cheap alternative option to the blackout MP5, which is currently selling for like $10+. So people, oh wow, your bars are going up as well. Just noticed. Whew. Yeah, no, that's actually working out very, very, very nicely. Right, well, good job, well done. When it comes to the Thompson, so looking at the blackout Thompson in a second, we'll do that. It's not as expensive compared to the MP5, but it probably would still be a nice thing to add to this collection overall. Now, as you can see, the skins are actually doing okay. Commander AR, currently $1.79. That's actually more expensive compared to the Black Ops AK. Oof. And then the SAR there is basically the same as the Black Ops SAR, but the clothing, the armour, it's holding up nicely. Will we ever see those boots and gloves being accepted? Mr. CUstom, consider doing a version 3. Anyway, let's now go ahead and take a look at the Blackout collection. Blackout Thompson, please. Mr. SMM, show me what you got. And what do we see? Where is the Thompson? It is there it is. Yes, $7. Obviously, it's not the same as the $12 MP5, but that's still pretty good. That's still looking pretty nice. Oh, it's actually $6.50. SMM has not been catching up with the price. But if you look at the price, it's actually starting to slowly go back up again. That's okay. That's all good. All right, anyway, that's about $6.50. I think a lot of people probably would appreciate another cool sleek black design with a useful redeem sight. Oh, if only there was a skin like that in the workshop. There you go. So, yes, I think that would be appreciated. I don't think it'll cause the Commando skins to suddenly go up in price. MP5 didn't cause that. So, yeah. All right. But it would be a nice addition. So, best of luck to you, Mr. CUstom. Anyway, moving on. We have the Serenity LR300 produced by Little Ranger and Victor Trigger. That is a very cool looking skin. I do not like LR300 skins. They're not good investments, unfortunately. The recent Elysian one immediately went down in price. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. But then again, the LR300 compared to the AK, it's not surprising, is it? So if there's a lack of usage for the actual gun itself, where is the justification to own skins? Makes sense. So that right there, I wouldn't be surprised if this potentially builds up into a weapon collection, so keep an eye out on the workshop from here on now. Mr. Little Ranger and Victor Trigger producing some very nice, cool looking skins potentially, and that right there is lovely. I won't be surprised that potentially gets picked, and I look forward to potentially seeing the AK version, the LR version, and many, many more. Best of luck, best of luck. Now we have all the AKs. I love AKs. Here we go. Right, yeah, we got quite a lot. Let me try and get through all of this in a reasonable amount of time. Hedge, we're almost at an hour. Shut up. Right, let's go. Alright then, so, have you been keeping an eye on the commits? You should be well aware that we're going to have crocodiles being added to the game. Most likely when we have the jungle update. Okay, that is the expectation. So, Drag and Normavan have gone ahead and made this Snap AK-47. I'm not sure if it's actually made in reference to this upcoming update, but I can't help but assume that this is probably going to be considered. Now, just remember this. This might not be accepted, but don't be surprised if they potentially accept it when the actual update comes out with that Force Wipe Rustor. So, alright, keep this in your heads, consider showing your support, and don't forget it, because again, I wouldn't be surprised if this might be a random skin in the future. So, best of luck, best of luck. Now over to here, we have the B-printed AK-47 produced by Circuin C. Can't you see the lovely skin? Get a good look at that. It's lovely. Yes, get a good look at that. So yeah, a very nice black and yellow design. Do you appreciate, do you like? It has a standard black aim sight, just to quickly show you that. There we go. Yeah. Looking pretty cool. Looking very nice. It looks like it has a slightly little bit of green. Yeah, it looks like it has something there. Alright, okay, well, that's cool. Anyway, best of luck to you two. But there is competition, and that right there is the Incubus version 2 AK-47, produced by Kit. That has a golden aim sight, it looks like. Yes, it is. And yeah, no, that's looking very nice. Looking very cool. Bright and colourful, to a point. If only you kind of looked at it under light or in the sunlight or something. Come on, sir, you want to show it off in nice light, don't you? So best of luck to you, Mr. Kit. Now over to here, we have the Muscle Memory AK-47 produced by Relay and Cobra. And that is some thick-looking muscle. Oh, yes, indeed. Right, so, aim down the sight, what do we see? A bone! Lovely! Red aim sight as well. Alright then, so that's looking pretty sweet, that's looking pretty cool. Best of luck to you two, let's see if that potentially works out. But you do have competition, because over to here, we have the Lightning Ninja AK-47 produced by Hippo and Hyper Monster. I like the eyes on the ninja there, that looks looking pretty cool. That's looking pretty cool, and he's wearing a ninja suit as well. Alright, okay, special effect, no glow. What do you mean by special effect? What is different? What am I looking at? Under certain lighting? It goes gold? What? How's it done that? Huh? Huh? Okay. That's cool. I have no idea to explain what that is, but it looks nice. Alright then, guys. Let's see if that works out very nicely for you in the future. But we've already had a Ninja AK. But calling it Lightning Ninja might help it out. So best of luck, best of luck. Let's see how that works out. Right then, so moving on. Here we have the Egyptian Assault Rifle produced by Kaiden. This comes in 2 versions. Green or blue, which one's your pick? Feel free to say. Right, is this in reference to the Anubis map? You've been playing too much Counter-Strike, Mr. Kaiden. But yeah, the cute little kitty. Looking very nice. You've got all the hieroglyphics on the side. Got the bird. You should have had Rust people here, like Hazmat Man and Man with Pickaxe and whatnot. If that doesn't get accepted, you have an idea to make it for a version 2. So yeah, green or blue, it's up to you. Which ones you prefer, feel free to comment below. Best of luck to you, Kaiden. Alright then. Then we have the Shadow Project AK-47, produced by Mr. Zverand. I am noticing a lot of black AKs being produced at the moment. But that does appear to be what's getting accepted. So again, much like the rocks, hey, skin creators going to take notice and they're going to follow suit. And of course, it has a useful red aim sight. So again, nothing wrong with that, but a lot of black AKs with useful red aim sights. Mr. Zveran, don't blame you. Keep up the good work. Let's see if that works out nicely. But yeah, I'm not sure if Face Puncher's super keen for another black AK. But you never know. You never know. Alright then. Best of luck, best of luck, best of luck. Right then, moving on. Oh, that certainly isn't a black AK. So over to here we have the Happy Friends. Multicoloured, bright and cheery, happy looking design. He's got a big tongue for some reason. He might lick you to death. Right, anyway, so over to here, what do we see? How come this one's not happy? Anyway, turquoise blue aim sight. That should be good for all environments. That's a bit odd, but alright, fair enough, fair enough. So yep, this is produced by Mr. Dew. Yeah, good at that. Very nice, colourful looking design. Best of luck. Now over to here, oh, Agent Orange, AK-47, produced by Hessiam. That looks nice. It looks as if it glows, but it's not actually glowing, is it? No mentions of glow, so okay. Aimed on a sight, though. I am disheartened, hurt, and I don't know how to go on. Why do these skin creators never show the aim down sight? Oh, hello. Sakura AK, produced by Horror Meow and Crope. Oh, they've done an aim down the sight image. Oh my. Thank you. Pink aim sight. A very nice, happy, lovely anime style, manga style, I guess. I mean, I don't think it's manga style. It looks like just like a standard sort of like art style, comic style. You could debate that. Feel free to comment below. Am I right? Am I wrong? I might be a hybrid. Yeah. Art style. It's the artist art style. We'll go with that. Yeah. So it's bright pink, lovely. We do have one pink AK in the game, and it's actually selling for a nice high price at the moment. So would you like to see another one? I'm just saying. Best of luck to Horror Meow and Crope. Let's see if that works out nicely. Best of luck. And I like the little gif here. Giggle at that. Nice. Best of luck to you too. And that just so happens to be the last weapon/tool skin of the week. So out of all these skins, which one was your favourite? Which one do you think has a genuine good chance of potentially being accepted in an upcoming Rust store? Feel free to comment below, for I am now going to move on and talk about the last batch of skins, that being the clothing and the armour. I've just got to point this out. No backpack. Yippee! I think people and skin creators are starting to get fatigued with them, and they stop caring now. So okay, fair enough. It's all good. Not going to complain about that. Let's just keep moving on. All right, anime wig. Okay, VHS tonight. I'm not going to say no, but you should have done multi-different coloured versions. I think that probably could have worked. And you could do that right now if you're watching this on Wednesday. Just go resubmit like extra versions. There's no harm. You've already submitted the skin, and loads of people submit an alternate version afterwards for a while. Yeah, you'll find. Consider doing that. So yeah, best of luck. Let's see if that works out nicely for you. Good luck. Good luck. Now over to here, sunflower hat and poncho. It's another interesting transparent design that is actually pretty clever. So yeah, in reference to recent content that was added, yeah, good look at that. A very nice, comfy looking design. Are you a fan? Do you like what you see? But, consider showing support. Best of luck to Mr. Kavahu. Best of luck. And then over to here, we had the Golden Feathers bandana and poncho. This is produced by Bitrate. It's nice, shiny and gold. Do you want to be nice, shiny and gold as well? Well, the possibilities are right in front of you. Get a good look at that. That actually does look very nice and shiny. Look at that. I am glistening. Look at me. Embrace me. Anyway, best of luck to you, Mr. Bitrate. And then over to here, we have a collection continuation, and I am not surprised. So you might have seen this recently on my YouTube. Consider watching the short, it's fairly recent. You'll see a man hiding in the trees wearing a fish helmet. So when I did my restoration video, we considered, how does this compare to the burlap head wrap, the fish burlap head wrap. And I completely neglected and forgot to add a bandana with the recent bucket helmet. Let me tell you, it works very nicely, and Shipman must have been watching me, and now he's actually gone ahead and made a fish bandana as well. And I can confirm to you, a lot of people would appreciate that. Oh yes, oh yes. So, over to here. You see that bucket helmet there? That has only done 7,000 subscribers at the moment, and I am actually very surprised. I am very, very surprised, and I probably will be prioritising that tomorrow, because I do not expect another bucket helmet skin to be accepted in a very long time. And also, this is part of the fish collection, which could be considered to be nice primitive green options for camouflage. A bandana paired up with that bucket helmet not only will keep you nice and protected, but it's going to be quite hard to notice you when you're in the bushes. You could probably utilise that ever so nicely. And of course, this isn't too expensive, this clothing here, so I'm just saying, those shoes though, whoa, $7, and those gloves, $4. Oh. It's only a little bit pricey, come on now. Anyway, that right there, I'm sure you'd appreciate it, and I think it will be greatly appreciated specifically for that bucket helmet. But with all the other primitive skins, it could still be nice. So, alright, just point out, that will definitely be a consideration tomorrow when we discuss, how we're going to approach the bucket helmet. So best of luck to you, Shedmon, and if you like what you see, consider showing support. Best of luck. Scroll. Alright, we ain't got that much left to talk about. Actually, we kind of do. We have some extra things to talk about. The white tuxedo burlap shirt and pants from the previous week. The skin creators made a different version. It's not a version 2, it's an alternate version. The smoking option has been produced by HSM and Claytails. It's basically the same thing, but it's like made with gold. And if you actually look at it, you might notice all the pattern of the face punches all around it. and it's all gold as well. So, okay, nice, looking pretty sweet. That's looking pretty cool. I'm sure a lot of people appreciate that. Best of luck, best of luck. And then over to here, what is that? Well, you know, it just happens to be Barbarian Tier 3. Now, I like this. It's version 2. We have 2 different versions for the face mask. Over to here, you might notice you have like the cool head thingy. I don't know what that is. I've seen it before, I just don't know what that is. But it looks nice. So again, do you like that? Or do you like that? And that's basically like the Legacy Kevlar face mask without the actual face mask part. So, okay, fair enough. That's looking pretty sweet. That's looking pretty cool. I'm sure people would like it regardless. And, of course, we have the chest plate. So, it doesn't matter. Either version, either way. If we see Barbarian skins being accepted, mate, those clothing pieces are going to have fun. Here's the thing, though. We've already seen the boots and gloves. We've already seen the Tier 2. And I'm pretty sure we've already seen the Tier 3 being submitted. None of them are accepted. And yet still, that Barbarian hoodie and pants are still in the positive. Okay, I mean, people like them. How come Facebook doesn't like them? I'm sad now. But anyway. So, yeah, that would be greatly appreciated. And if we just go over to here and take a look and see how many of them are actually in the Steam market, there's 11 and there is 13. I'm just saying, if we see that happening, I'm going to be a very happy bunny because I bought 20 of each. Was it 30? No, it's 20 of each. Something. I own some. I'm waiting. All right, yeah, so that would be greatly appreciated. So if you want to jump in and make a move yourself, don't blame you, but there's only so many to go around. So cool. So best of luck to Multi-R Hat Boris and Mr. Damned In. I know a lot of people anticipating that as well. So, technically speaking, this is actually the end of the video now. So, if you like any of those skins, feel free to comment below which clothing and armour piece you think has a genuine good chance of potentially being accepted. And all the skins today, which ones do you think have a genuine good chance of potentially being accepted? Which skins do you like the most and whatnot? Blah, 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 blah. Yep. I need to talk about what we have over to here. UTERUST hide halterneck and skirt. Now, these aren't actually intended to be skins to be accepted in a Rust store, but I guess you never know. These were made for the upcoming UTERUST charity event that will be taking place between March 27th to the 30th of this upcoming weekend. Now, I'll be taking part as well, so if you want to go look in the description, you'll see links to all my socials, more specifically my Twitch, on Thursday, 8 PM London time, so 8 PM UK time. That is when it starts, I believe. Goes on for the next, goes on from Thursday to Sunday. Yep. So it's basically going to be like an island attached to a Spoon Kid server. Now, the island is all nice and peaceful, but not the actual main part of the server. Now, on that special little safe spot, we actually made a breast-themed racetrack that everyone's welcome to take part on. So that'd be nice. That'd be cool. And yeah, as I said, it's all in an effort to raise funds for the Breast Cancer Research Foundation charity. So let's now hop over to here and look at Becca's tweet. That's herself. So yeah, there you go. All the details are like there. You can donate at least $5. Here's the Tiltify. There are some challenges. I am Hedge, of course, and I will shave off all of my hair, including my eyebrows, and go full potato for the rest of the event. And you can laugh at me with every single upcoming video. That's only at $1,500. That's happening. So, yeah, but it's all for good cause. So, and there's also a little special website here selling merch and whatnot. Feel free to go ahead and give that a good watch. And if you click the live channels on Twitch, everyone who is affiliated with the UTERUST event will be seen right there. So consider giving that a good look, and yeah, consider reading up on Becca Something's Twitter herself. I'm mumbling here. I'm sorry, Becca. Right then, so yes, I don't know what might happen, but that probably could be accepted. What do you reckon? Yeah, no? Would you appreciate some more halterneck skins? Would you appreciate some more skirt skins? I mean, you'd probably look pretty in pink. I'm just saying. But that was made for the event. Everybody who will be on the special island will be able to have access to be able to make that, so cool, that would be nice. Thank you very much there, Mr. Micro. Right then, so that's nice, that's cool, but there's some other things I should talk about. So, hopping back over to here, if you've been keeping an eye on the commits, it looks like they're producing potential changes to clothing, armour, and other, well, skinnables. AKA, as you can see over here, there appears to be some changes being proposed to right helmet, snow jacket, Vagabond jacket, beanie hat, leather gloves, blah, 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 blah. This change is being made. There was also changes being mentioned for the large box, aka it looks like you might be able to see texture on the inside as well. Cool. All right. Might get some pretty cool looking transparent designs for skins in the future for that. And then oh yeah, here LR300's getting some changes. Like, this is all to help out like the skin creators and the workshop and whatnot. We might be seeing some more interesting looking skins being produced. Potentially. Don't know all the details yet. As things roll out, we'll figure that all out. So keep an eye on the commits for some interesting changes such as this. And also, keep an eye on what's being mentioned because, yeah, the Easter Inflatable Horse DLC has been mentioned once again, and we've actually got a good visual of it now. So if I could just take you back over to here, to Mr. Protox's... I don't have the tweet. Well, if I just search for Protox over to here... there you go, that was easy. And if we could just scroll down and take a look... Now if I could just mute the thing, because this isn't my my video here. But yeah. Get a good look at that. They squeak. It's basically the chicken costume, but it's a horse instead. I mean, that's fine. No one's going to complain about that. It looks fun, it looks goofy, and I know a lot of people will be appreciating it. So, ta-da! Oh, and it gives you egg vision as well. Cool, 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 cool. So thank you very much there, Mr. Protox. Just to confirm, that is from Protox. If you want to be up to date with all the new upcoming content that might be coming fairly soon, Protox is on the case. He also has a very special looking little knife there, the sunken knife to be precise. Not sure if that's like a special DLC, it's just one-off. And, oh look, there's the boomerang. If you aren't fully well aware of the jungle update, we are going to get a boomerang. Yippee. And you wouldn't have known that unless you looked at Mr. Protox's Twitter. Cool, cool, cool. That is a lot of yapping. And that is the player count as of now. So April Force Wipe is next, of course, but it doesn't appear to be that there's going to be a big update. Might just be a few new things, some changes and whatnot. That's fine. The main big update that's being focused on now is the jungle update, and I would assume that'll be saved for like the summertime. When specifically? Don't know. Could it be May? I mean, I wouldn't say no, that'd be interesting, but I still think it's going to be at some point, probably in the summer, probably June, something like that, when kids are actually out of school, like North America and whatnot, and when there's, when they're out of school, more people playing the game and throwing their money at Rust and screaming and shouting. They can't cheat anymore now, though, can they? Haha, because we've got the special servers. We had to have $15. Premium servers, premium, I was about to say a joke there, but I completely blanked on what I was going to say next. I'm stupid and I'm Hedge. Ta-da! Right, anyway, so that is basically everything. So cool. Let's now hopefully look towards potentially a lot of skins going up in price and potentially a lot of very cool looking skins being accepted. So blah, blah, blah. Yap, yap, yap. That is everything. So once again, thank you very much for watching the video. I greatly appreciate it. Don't forget to comment below all the skins that you're looking forward to hopefully seeing being accepted in Rust stores. And that is a wrap. So, oh, yeah, don't forget TGG's top picks list. Oh, I almost forgot there. He didn't make a video last week and I almost forgot. But yeah, here you go. And he has made a video this week. So go give that a good watch if you'd like and get a good look at all the skins that we talked about the previous week. And don't forget to keep an eye out for potential new people to follow. Plenty more talent appearing and plenty more interesting new approaches to skins you might never have seen before. Yes, 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 yes. All right then. So that is now officially a wrap. I am done. It only took an hour and 10 minutes. I tried my best. There's a lot of skins to yap about, and I did it as fast as I could. I did warn people at the beginning anyway. All right, anyway, wrap it up. Done, done, done. All right, so see ya. Bye.